What's up, Jose? See if we can get a few more folks in here. JB, what's up? I got the vape too. I like to smoke cigarettes every now and then because, unlike a lot of people, I was actually a smoker who enjoyed smoking. And I never smoked a lot. And thanks, yeah, 10,000 happened last night, actually. I was so freaking excited when it finally hit that. I've been trying for that 5-digit number for so long. And it's climbing pretty quick. I think we're already at 1060, maybe a little bit more. But yeah, Mike, huge milestone. And I apologize, I just ate, so. And I got my dog here wanting more. Hey, come up. Come up. Come up here. Come. Jump. Up, up. Come on, Goofy. Up. Up. There you go. There he is. There's Mortimer. He's always trying to eat my food. Oh, nice. Yeah, 10,000 is a sick milestone. I can't wait to see how it goes because everybody says that the first 1,000 is the most difficult you'll ever do. And it was. The first 1,000 subscribers was ridiculous. And then catching, doing work for Jimmy, and Jimmy shot me out on his channel was huge. I jumped, I think in a week, I jumped from like 200 or 300 subs to like 4,000. Awesome, Jose. It sounds good, man. It's been crazy here at the shop lately. Yeah, Kiefer, you know what? I would love to try to get the fab work on that car. The only problem is that as of now, I've not done any work for Adam LZ, which means that I qualify for the giveaway still, and I want that car bad. Yeah, so I mean, I might even be ineligible just because I've done work for so many people that are connected with LZ, but I have no idea. But I'd go for a 32, but I don't fit in a 32. I fit in the 33s pretty good, so I figured out why not enter the contest. Jose, I'm actually vaping a bunch of stuff that I made. This one is like an Apple Jacks flavor that I made. Came out really good. Then I have a watermelon that's really good that I made, and then a couple other odds and ends. But trying to make this stuff, it's a lot cheaper. But yeah, I really, really want that car bad. So I figured, why not enter the giveaway? What's the worst that can happen? Yeah, I mix up all that stuff. Okay? I buy this from Liquid Barn, and I just mix up the flavors. Yeah, Jarvis, you know what, though? I'm 6 feet tall and 260. So you're a lot longer, and I'm a lot wider. So the problem that I have is when I sit in those things and I shut the door, I always slam the door on my hips. I got one hip touch in the e-brake and one hip touch in the door. It's 3 milligram. Hey, bud, what are you waiting for? There's no more left. Yeah, it would be a huge draw to the channel. Like, I'm trying to come up with stuff to draw people to the channel, and I have some ideas, but The thing that kills me is like the rebuilds now. Thanks, man. The rebuild, everybody's rebuilding cars from Copart lately, and it's crazy. Hey, Sean, what's up, bud? Honda's doing good. The Prelude's almost done. I was actually going to work on the Prelude. What's up, car guy? I was actually going to work on the Prelude this weekend, but Thursday or Friday, I hurt my back. And for those of you that don't know, I had two very extensive back injuries. And so now when I hurt my back or it starts to hurt, I have to slow down. Otherwise, I just end up killing myself. Yeah, I saw what Car's doing with the Hellcats. I saw what DIY Gang's doing with the Hellcat too. Definitely, Car. Oh boy, this is probably going to kill me, but the Miata thing, just stop. People need to just stop. He's basically putting a $30,000 engine in a $500 car. And it's, I mean, Miatas are cool and everything for what they are. And like the Miata that Jimmy just put together is super cool. It's a gorgeous car. It's really nice. But Steffi's going to be driving it ultimately. And that's what those cars are about. I mean, honestly. And to put a Hellcat engine in a Miata seems like just a huge waste. Like me personally, why wouldn't you do even if you wanted to do something different, put a Hellcat engine in like an old Wrangler or a Grand Cherokee or something. Or, put a Hellcat engine in a Chevy Nova just to piss people off. I mean, something like that. Yeah, the weight balance is going to be stupid. The goals for the Honda are to get it out of my garage. I got to finish that thing up and get it out of here. I just basically the goals for that Honda, it's a customer car, if you guys don't know, but the goals for that thing are literally to make it way more reliable than it was before, stop all the crap that was going on, fix all the welds that were broken, just basically redoing everything again from scratch and making it the way that it should have been from the beginning. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, exactly. That would be something interesting. The thing about YouTube that's interesting is that there's so many people that are doing the same thing. Like there's so many people that are doing Hellcats right now. There's so many people doing GTRs right now. There's so many people doing the Copart thing right now. And it's crazy. Hey, Tom, thanks, man. I appreciate that. Huge, huge, huge goal for me was 10K. And man, I was so happy last night. Personal car project? Yeah, actually my BMW, my 540. I have to do all of the timing stuff in it. I got to tear the motor down. I got to do a bunch of work to that. So there's going to be videos coming on that thing because it's about due. But as far as like personal project cars go, I don't know yet. I'm still kind of toying with the idea. I really do want a Challenger, but I'm not going to go the same route. Obviously wouldn't be a Hellcat because I think taking a base model Hemi Challenger and just going crazy with it would be way more interesting than just doing a whole bunch of Hellcat swaps. Yeah, I could supercharge the 540. I could do that. I could definitely do that. That would be pretty interesting and fun. No, I do like JDM, but I'm a different type of JDM guy. Like me, I'm first gen Eclipse and Talon, Evo 7 and 8 type of guy. I never really got into Honda or Toyota or Nissan or any of those. Thanks, Dustin. I appreciate that. Yeah, supercharged 540s are fun. They make good power. They make real good power. And after I get everything done with the motor, that would be an option. That would be an option for sure. But what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make sure that every bit of content that I put up is also funded by the content that I put up. So it's an interesting scenario. I don't want to be spending money that should be spent on my actual business to, put videos together. It's kind of a whatever. Yeah, Vanishing Point with that Challenger in it was pretty sick. And see, somebody said do an old school car, and I would love to do an old school car, but I'd have to do Mopar. I am a straight through and through Mopar guy. My dad's a Mopar guy, and try to find an old Dart or a Duster for under $5,000 that has any body panels left. That's the problem. Yeah, Jose, I'm putting something together right now to potentially hold some basic welding classes. I've had a few people that are interested now, so I'm going to be working something up so that I can do that. But yeah, the old school. I mean, there would. I honestly want a Cornet. I would love to have a Cornet. I would love to have a Super B, but I'd settle for just a base Cornet that I can mess with. Don Vito, that's an interesting question. Very interesting question. Um, I have seen the quality with the new Chrysler stuff that's coming through here that's Fiat based. The quality, the fit and finish is much better. However, they are having issues still with the electronics. And the electronics, I think because they're still all Chrysler based electronics, we're seeing a lot of issues with those. But as far as fit and finish and interiors and stuff like that, the quality is far superior to what it was. Oh, now that would be cool. On a Trailblazer chassis. Yeah, a Polaro wouldn't be too bad. That'd be pretty cool. My dad's got a 69 GTX that I would love to get my hands on. It's original 440 car with a 4-speed, and it's optioned out. It's got the Dana 60 rear and a bunch of other unique stuff, but I don't foresee that ever coming. Yeah, hopefully some stuff coming soon. Like I said, it's been busy as hell here. The last 2 months with general maintenance stuff have been absolutely insane. It's been like, massive job after massive job. So, we've had clutch jobs and full blown braking suspension jobs and rotted out cars and stuff like that. The winters are pretty rough here. It's actually not been bad winter wise here, but I was never a fan of Infinities or Nissans for that matter. I mean, there's a couple of old school Nissans that I like, but I don't like any of the newer stuff. Yeah, winter brings out all the mechanical issues. All the ones that everybody that was driving to the beach during the summer forgot about. Batteries and brake lines and all kinds of stuff. Yeah, the Prelude build will be done soon. I know I have at least one more video on the Prelude coming soon. I really need to find out who drives by here every night in a Subaru and revs the shit out of it. But yeah, I have one more video I know for a fact coming on the Prelude. Depends on how much more work I have on it, but I think we can sum it up in one probably 20, 25-minute video. And then that'll be gone. And then we'll probably be working on either the 240 or my BMW next. Yeah, Jarvis, you know what? I've wanted for so long. Like I look on Craigslist and everything all the time to find an older Daytona or a Laser or even an Omni, but they're tough. And we have a guy in Connecticut here. His name's Turbo Tony. And Tony seems to scoop up every single one of the old front wheel drive Mopars that he can get his hands on, which drives me crazy. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I would SRT4 swap. I would probably do a 2.2 or a 2.5 turbo. Start with that block and do a neon head, and then run it on a standalone and do a big turbo and a bunch of other odds and ends. But there's still stuff available for those front wheel drive Mopars, which is pretty wild. And there's a ton of stuff that you can do with them. But it's hard to find anything. Real hard to find any kind of old Mopar stuff. And I mean, mind you, we're talking about all the 80s stuff too. All the front wheel drive Mopar that I was into were all 80s cars. And we all know how well the metal was built in the 80s. And being in the Northeast, when you find a car from the 80s, it's usually a pile of rust with 2 tires on it, or 4 tires if you're lucky. But I would love to do. I had several cars when I was growing up. I had 2 Shelby Daytonas, turbo lasers, and all kinds of stuff. Yeah, there was a company that used to sell a complete rear-wheel drive conversion kit for all of the K cars per se, the Daytonas and the Omnis, and well, not the Omnis, but the Daytonas mostly, Daytonas and lasers. They sold a complete kit to put a small block Chevy in it. Yeah, back in the day, Don, there used to be this guy. His name was Gary Donovan. And Gary Donovan had the first, well, I don't know if it was the first, but he had a silver Reliant K that was basically a low 10-second consistent car. And that thing was absolutely insane. He used to take it to the drag strip in the 90s and just wipe everything with it. It was so hysterical. But yeah, they scoop all those up. I found a I found a turbo Rampage. And for those of you who don't know what the Rampage is, it's basically the Charger 024 from like 83, 84, and they put a little truck bed on it. So it's like Dodge's version of a mini El Camino. Yeah, neons are cool. My brother actually had a really cool neon. He had, I think it was a 97, but it was a an ACR. So it was pretty sweet. There's a ton of stuff that I want to build, but sometimes it's tough justifying the money. Oh my God, yeah, Mike. There were so many neons back in the 90s that went one of 2 ways. And I actually have a customer who still got one. Um, but it's on its last legs. I don't think it's going to make it past this winter. They were basically throwaway cars. I mean, you could buy a brand new neon for like under 10 grand. So Yeah, and lately I don't have time or money, so it's kind of one of those things. Time or money. But hopefully soon we'll have some more stuff. Yeah, Jason, that was optimistic. Because for a neon to go 10 years, you'd have to really maintain the hell out of that car. Pardon my sniffing in the wintertime. I'm so just like, yeah, I'm sure you guys hear it in all my videos lately. Yeah, so 2019, there's some things that I've been thinking about doing this year. One of which Jose brought up, which is doing welding classes. I've been getting a lot of people asking me about seriously teaching them how to weld. And being that I'm an instructor for several different things, I figured that would probably be a good idea. So I'm going to be putting something together for that. Then we're going to get the BMW fixed up and get that back on the road so we can make some content with that car, because that car is a lot of fun. And maybe we'll supercharge it if we can find the funding for it. We're hoping that the channel goes crazy. Try to get a few more videos out than I have been lately. But it's just difficult with my schedule. Being that I'm the only one here, it's really hard when you got to get a car in and get it out the same day, or when you have to get 3 in and 3 out in the same day, because I can't keep these things overnight. So filming what I'm doing on a lot of these cars, even the general maintenance stuff, is really, really hard because it takes a lot of time. So hopefully figure out a schedule with that. We may have a new, bigger shop coming in the next couple of months. That's in the works as well. So there's a ton of stuff that's going to go on this year. So we shall see. I'm hoping that I can find something that's going to really make the YouTube channel take off so that we can use the funding from YouTube to actually make some money and do some cool projects. We'll try to keep it different from what everybody's doing online right now. Yeah, divorces have a way of doing that. Yeah, it's tough. You know what, Jason? It's really tough. Trying to film and do the work at the same time is, it's not bad to film it and do the work, because I can just set up a tripod and do the work. It's the setting up the shots and doing the explanation and, you know, stopping every so often to get the shot and get the information across. And, you know, sometimes having to do retake after retake because I'm not explaining things properly, and, you know, or I'm messing up on saying stuff. So I'll do a retake and then do another retake. And then, you know, sitting down to edit everything, uploading it, you know, doing all the, it's a lot of work. It does definitely take a lot of work. And these guys that do it daily, I give them a lot of credit, because it is a ton of work. And it's very intrusive too. Like, it takes a lot of time. And the Jeep is actually running mint. I just had to do a water pump in it. But other than that, I've put about 4,000 miles on it so far since I put it back together, and it's been running great. So yeah, the Jeep went from completely wrecked to me putting close to 5,000 miles on it already. And it's running great. But I love doing that. I may, you know what, I may start doing that. maybe that's an idea for the channel. Resurrecting older vehicles. Like the Jeep, for instance. The Jeep is almost 20 years old. But that Jeep's got another 10 or 15 years of life in it. So that may be something we could do. Buy cheap vehicles and put them together. Make them roadworthy so that people out there who need cheap vehicles can afford to buy them and know that they're getting a good vehicle. Yeah, I mean, obviously used car dealers do that shit all the time. They buy stuff at auction, but you never know what you're getting. You never know at all what you're getting. I mean, we could pick one up, we could do a video on it and go step by step into everything that we fixed on it. And then, maybe we can sell somebody a good quality four-wheel drive vehicle or a good quality car for $1,500 that has video proof that the stuff was fixed, which I think would be super cool. Maybe we'll do something like that. It might not be a bad idea. But yeah, I like to make sure that I'm doing a whole bunch of different stuff. I don't like to be stuck doing one thing. That's why you guys will see, fabrication videos for a little while, and then you'll see repair videos for a little while, and then you'll see no videos for a little while. I just like to keep tossing it up. I don't like to get stuck doing one thing for very long. Oh, and one thing, I just looked up and saw this. Let it be known that I had a GT3 RS first. Just throwing that out there. I've had that for 2 years now. I had that GT3 RS. I was first. Did you guys see that car? That car is absolutely beautiful. No, that Adam's car is gorgeous. That car is absolutely gorgeous. You'll get there. Just keep trying. I don't know if you guys can see when I started the channel, but I went to Toys R Us and I bought that guy and put it together myself even. I even built that one myself. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. And yeah, 200K is definitely quite a bit. Thank you. Thank you for the congratulations. I appreciate it. Yeah, 10,000. 10,000 is crazy. Huh. Yeah, Toys R Us is out of business now, which sucks because I was going to buy two GT3 RSs because I'm a baller. But yeah, that's awesome for Adam. I'm so glad that he got his dream car. That's very cool. That's an awesome feeling. I remember the feeling when I bought my BMW. Thanks, James. Appreciate that. Graphic Twinkie. That's a good name. It's a 2000 E39 540i, 6-speed. I've had it for 10 years now. Bought it 10 years ago. And I toyed with selling it on several occasions, but it was one of those huge milestones when, I had a decent job and I was making good money. And I said, you know what? I'm finally going to buy the car that I've wanted for so many years. Oh, I would go with the 335 for sure. Yeah, but with an exhaust, the 335 would sound amazing. Yeah, I can't tell you how many cars I've missed out on between Jeeps and BMWs, and I had a Porsche 928 that I was on my way to pick up, and the guy sold it on me. All kinds of stuff. Yeah, yeah. Take it from a neon guy. Buy the 335. Those cars aren't even in the same category. I mean, shit. Not for nothing, but my 2000 540i had less rattles, less squeaks, and was much better built than my 2015 GMC Sierra. Yeah, Jason, that's why he's not saying it's a neon. He's saying it's an SRT4. That I noticed that anybody that owns a neon SRT4, when you ask them what they drive, they say SRT4. Like, oh, so it's a neon. Congratulations. I think Dodge fucked up on that car big time, to be honest with you. If they had made an all-wheel drive neon SRT4, it would have been nuts. Yeah, Mike, mine's got 100 and almost 160 on it now, and up until the U-shaped timing guide let go, it had no issues either. But yeah, imagine if they made an all-wheel drive neon SRT4, but used the Eclipse GSX drivetrain because they always had that DSM partnership. So imagine they used a complete GSX chassis, motor, transmission, transfer case, everything, and put a neon body on it. That would have been a sick car. But I'll tell you that speaking of domestics and imports and all that other crap, I had a 97 Avenger with the 2.5 in it. And I did a bunch of crap. I put a 3.0 in it out of an Eclipse. I did direct port nitrous. We did all kinds of crap to it. And What was really interesting is you couldn't get any love from either generation. The car was a DSM car, and I would take it to import shows, and people are like, "Oh, that's a domestic," and then I would take it to the Dodge shows, and they would say, "Oh, that's an import. It's a DSM." Yeah, so funny. Although I'll tell you what, my brother's little ACR was pretty cool. That I'll give it. No factory sound deadening, no factory radio, no AC, crank windows, basic ACR package, two door. That one was actually pretty cool. Yeah, it was a good time. He did cam gears, a header, and an ECU, and the car was running 13s. I mean, which is not bad. The car wasn't necessarily designed as a drag car. It was designed for obviously like autocross type stuff, but oi. Yeah, the first gens were definitely better. I'll agree with you on that one. VR? VR what? You have to elaborate. Enhance your question. Oh wow. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And you know what? I should stop drinking this, but I love it so much. Yeah, there's a lot of neat older stuff out there. No men. Oh boy. I'm gonna have to translate what you're saying, Fabino, because I have no clue what it is you're saying. Let's see. Oh, I think you're advertising for something. Hmm. Yeah, I'm confused too. I don't know what the hell's going on. You smoke this. I've already lost several people because of this. I'm really not sure what is going on or what it is that you're trying to say, sir. It might be. Yeah, the Conquest TSI and the Mitsubishi Starion. Those are two other cars that I liked. Those are super cool. Yeah, it might be Brazilian. I think I've seen him before. Yeah, I've seen him before in live chats, and it's the same thing. I can't understand the word he's saying, and then he just keeps talking in another language, and then says see you later. But hey, have a good night. I'm not sure what it was that you wanted to say, and if you said congratulations, then thank you. Oh, next TIG welding video. I don't know. I got to come up with something. What do you guys want to see? I've been trying to put together welding videos and trying to figure out. Yeah, see, that's weird. Trying to figure out what I want to do, what I want to show you guys. I mean, what if I were to make another TIG video that was dedicated to TIG, not me working on somebody else's crap, but something dedicated directly towards TIG? What would you want to see? Because I'm kind of lost right now. There's so many things that I could go over. So I need some input. Oh, shitty stainless. I just did that the other night. That stuff is a nightmare. An absolute nightmare to weld shitty stainless. I don't ever take any pictures or anything of that stuff because it just never comes out good. Yeah, exactly. And that's what it was too. That freaking exhaust was so bad. There we go. Wouldn't mind having that guy. Yeah, I think I have some crap stainless around here, and I also have some good stuff. Maybe we could do that. Maybe show the importance of using good stainless steel and clean stainless steel versus welding shit. I don't know. An off-road bumper build from scratch. That's not too bad. Maybe we could do that on my Jeep. I didn't see the one that Hoonigan built. I'll have to check that out. Hmm. Look at guys. I have hair over here, but no hair over here. Figure that one out. Don't get old. Thomas, no, you can definitely repair that. Um, 9 times out of 10, they're cracked at the collector because they were welded improperly or welded under too much tension. So that can definitely be fixed. I wouldn't toss it out just yet. Yeah, Jarvis, you know what? It's funny. People bring me stuff all the time and they're like, hey, can you weld it? And the funny thing is like I weld pretty much anything. I'm not going to promise you that it'll look pretty, but I can promise you that it's going to stick together. And how do I feel about welding cast iron? It's easy. Cast iron is super easy to weld. You just have to know what to do with it. Once you know what to do with it, you can weld it, braze it, TIG it, MIG it. You can do all kinds of stuff to it as long as you prep it right. And I mean, for the most part, we're doing like cast iron manifolds and shit like that. So preheat, I literally stuff a torch in one of the runners, a propane torch, and just let it run. Bring the thing up to 300 or 400 degrees, and then you can TIG it and use stainless filler wire, or a lot of times I'll use like silicon bronze or aluminum bronze or, you know, something like that, and literally just TIG braze it. But welding cast isn't as bad as everybody makes it out to be. Oh, that's funny. That's a good slogan. Yes, I don't know. I definitely want to do another TIG welding video. That's hysterical. I saw a truck. Speaking of funny slogans on trucks, I saw a heating and air conditioning truck, and the slogan on it was something like "We keep your wife warm." And the way that it was the way it was put on the truck, just it was funny. Yeah, I got this side went gray, this side not so much, which I don't know why that happened. And I got obviously have the grays here, and I need a haircut badly because now it's curling around and touching my ears. Quenching hot metal. If you want to harden it, then by all means quench it. But certain things like aluminum, for instance, if you weld aluminum and you quench it right away with like water, cold water or something, a lot of times it'll crack. Same thing with stainless steel. If you quench it too quickly, it'll crack. So you have to be kind of careful. Yeah, I'll be 43 this year. Yeah, 43. This started on me. This started going gray when I was 30, which is interesting. And to go back to your quenching question, JB, a lot of times when I weld stuff, I'll literally just stick it in front of a fan and let it cool off relatively slowly. I try not to quench anything unless I'm just doing like mild steel and I'm welding brackets or something stupid, then I'll quench that. Yeah, well, that would make sense, Mike, at that point. But I try, like, anytime I weld anything, I try not to. A lot of times, well, it makes for funnies too. For some reason or another, every time I get done welding something and I tell someone it's hot, they have to touch it for themselves to find out that it's still hot. So I get a lot of entertainment from that. And it happens all the time. Every single time I weld something for somebody, I'm like, I hand it to them fully gloved, with everything, my TIG finger on and everything, and go, hey, here it is. It's hot. Don't touch it. And they go, oh, wow, that's not, oh my God, that's hot. That's hot. Holy crap. But yeah, it's super funny. Get that stuff all the time. Yeah, right? Then nobody will want to pick it up. Don't touch that. It's heavy. Ooh, I don't want to pick that up and exert myself. Oh, man. 10,000 subscribers. You guys believe that shit? I can't wait to see what it does this year because it's climbing. Like I said before, it seems to climb quite a bit. Let's see where it's at now. Oh, look, rebuilding a 2017 Dodge Viper. Now it's all going to be Vipers. Yeah, so we're at 10,063. So we've basically gotten 63 subs in like the last 8 hours, 10 hours. Oh, that sucks. Rod knock is never fun. That sucks bad. Yeah, I'm interested to see what the channel does. No, Mike, you know what? Look back at like my old, thanks, Ed, I appreciate that. Look back at my old videos and stuff like that. Like the first few videos that were on this channel, I had like 7 subs. And it's tough to get out there. And you know, the honest thing that I can say is that my channel probably most likely would have nowhere near this amount of subscribers if it wasn't for Jimmy Oaks. And the reason I say that is because I think I had maybe 300 when Jimmy shouted me out. And literally within a month, I think it was 3,000. And then it went up again the next time I did something for him to 4,000. And then from 4,000 to 10,000 was pretty much just me doing a whole bunch of crap. But Jimmy started that whole thing, and a lot of people saw me on YouTube, and then I started working with Tommy and then Rudnick, and all those guys just kind of followed along. So his boost helped, and it's almost like you need to have that. You need to have a larger YouTuber, like someone who's got 100,000 plus subscribers, kind of give you a quick shout out. And that's what starts at 99% of the time. As long as your content is halfway decent, which mine in the beginning was garbage. Like all of my videos in the first, I would say 6 months or so that I was doing videos were crap. There was just nothing interesting about them. They were filmed terribly. They were filmed on my phone, and you know, it's literally one of those things where you're kind of thrown into it, and it's like, oh wow, I got all these subscribers overnight, and now I need to make better videos. So, we went out and ended up buying. This was the first camera that we did a good majority of 2018's videos on, which is just a GoPro Hero Session. Paid 150 bucks at Walmart for it. It was awesome, but improved the quality of the video 100 times. And then once I outgrew that, I went and bought this guy, which is your typical vlogger setup. It's just a Canon M50 with the Rode mic on top of it, and the little Joby, and pretty much what you see in everybody's hands. But this guy right here made making videos way more interesting and way more exciting, and the quality was better. And I got more comfortable in front of the camera. I was more able to speak to the camera like I was speaking to people. Because at first it feels really weird because you're just like talking to nothing, and you feel kind of awkward. But it is what it is. You get used to it after a while. I mean, you can see in my original videos, I was super tight and super just like, and now it's getting better. I still have some issues and whatever else, but getting better. And yeah, so I mean, like we're seeing in the comments here, most of the people that are on my channel have found me through Jimmy or through Tommy or through Rudnick or one of those, which is awesome, because then once you've got that decent base, then you can go from there. So that works out. My last name is not Rudnick. My last name is St. Pierre. Fine Canadian boy. What type of welding? I mean, you're looking for an introductory welder to what kind? What do you want to do? Do you want to MIG, TIG, stick? What are you looking to do? And yeah, I have to say, Jimmy was definitely the pivotal point in this channel where everything turned around and we started getting more views and more subscribers and everything else. But the only thing I wish I could do now is, although I have 10,000 subscribers, my views are very, very minimal for the videos that I do. So it's a tough game to play. Hacking darts and breaking cards. Yeah, so most of you guys that are in my lives all the time, you guys did all come from Jimmy. And most of my original subscribers are from Jimmy. So yeah, definitely the long ass story that I just told was basically having the shout out from a large YouTube channel helps immensely. And yeah, Tommy's helped too, because what was nice is Tommy's videos gave me a chance to do a lot more of the high end stuff. And doing the high end stuff has gotten me a lot of high end work, which is awesome. And people trust my work more. But Tommy also now is pretty much, having Stuart do everything out in Texas, which is awesome because Stuart's an incredible fabricator. And he's having him do a good majority of it out there. So I probably won't see much more from Tommy unless he needs something quick. And for a MIG, an entry-level MIG, I mean, how entry-level are you looking to get it? You looking to just do these floor pans and then call it quits? Because you can get a halfway decent MIG from Harbor Freight. Wow, it's already been an hour. Good Lord. Yeah, Jarvis, you know what? I think you're right. But see, here's the funny thing. So about a week ago or so, I did the Prelude video where I actually put the motor back in it. Or was it when when I put the motor back in it? I put the motor back in it. That video's got almost 6,000 views. Now, everybody's been screaming for Prelude content. Prelude content, Prelude content. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Well, this last video where I actually made the header for it and did all the exhaust work on it, it's only got 1,000 views. And it's hard to figure out what people want to see. JB, I don't really think you should focus on any one specific form right now. Get as much information as you possibly can and get as good as you possibly can with every process. So if you're starting with MIG and you're doing flux core, get really good with flux core, because worst comes to worst, if you happen to be out in the field somewhere and all you have is a flux core welder, you'll know how to do it. Then get good with gas shielded MIG, and then you might do dual shield where you're doing flux core and gas shielded. So get to know that aspect of every bit of that process before you move on to another process. And then once you move on to that one, get to know everything you can know about that one. And you know what? You'll be great at everything. Yeah, that's awesome, Mike. You're going to love it. My 255 EXT is insane. I love that welder. Hey, Nick, what's going on, man? Yeah, there's so many welders out there now. It's no longer like Miller and Lincoln. You can get so much. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I think there'll be one more video coming on the Prelude. Then we'll get that done and get it out of here. Thank you. I appreciate that. I can't believe I'm at 10K. I keep waiting for it to go down. Look at this dog. He's out. Mortimer. Hey, bud. Got an ear move. That was about it. They are the laziest breed on the face of the planet. I don't know how anybody thinks that they're so mean. You can't be mean when that's pretty much all you do every day. Right, bud? Right. Yeah, I started out, my very first welder was a Miller. It was a MIG. It was a 135, Miller 135. And it was great. I loved it. And then I bought another MIG, Miller, and then I bought a Miller TIG. I bought the Diversion 185. And then when I needed to upgrade, I started looking at Miller again, and the prices were just out of control. There's no way in hell I wanted to pay that kind of money. Yeah, it's always the small breeds that are angry little bastards. Yeah, he's nothing but sweet. Loves people. Yeah, the Miller. I mean, the same. I want to say that I paid about $3,500 for my full Everlast setup with the water cooler and everything else, and the same specced out setup from Miller was like 8 grand. Hmm. Yeah, I did the floors in the Datsun. They're actually not too bad. You just I put the new floor pans down, made a couple of lines, and started cutting, and then just spot weld everything in and seam seal it. And you could drill holes and do plug welds like I did. Thank you. And yeah, you know what? There's sometimes I don't include certain things, like on the last Prelude video, the where I modified the header. I literally made a slit in it and I bent it a little bit and then welded it back together, so it doesn't even look like it was welded. Um, and I was trying to get it done, and I just didn't have the time to set the camera up and do all that. It was one of those like, oh, I need to do this. I took it over the bench. I hit it with the grinder real quick, cut a slit in it, welded it, put it back in the car. So it was like that's where it's tough for me to actually do that stuff because I had another customer coming in an hour. So for me to set that up, I would have ran into their time. And with a bigger shop, it'll be easier. Good night, Thomas. Thank you. Thanks, Sean. Yeah, I can't. I'm so happy I hit 10,000. That it's still like holy crap. Like 10,000 people actually cared enough about what I do to want to hit that subscribe button. That's cool as hell to me. Hey, James, what's going on, man? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, exactly. You literally, you could sit there and like worry about it the entire time and just do what you can with it. And literally, what I did with this one is I bought the full floor pans for it and I cut the old ones out, but I left some extra metal. Left some extra metal. I did some fitting, cut more, fitting, cut more. It was a pain in the ass, but you know what? They came out perfect. And so just take your time. That's the key with doing stuff like that is just take your time. Prelude's almost done, James. Almost done. I think I got maybe another 5 or 6 hours worth of work on it. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, the Datsun's still kicking around. It's still here. That's probably going to be the next one on the list. We'll bring that over, and I got to yank the motor out, modify one of the mounts a little bit because some stuff doesn't fit, and a few other odds and ends. But we'll get some more work done on that too. Thanks, Eric. Appreciate that. Yeah, no worries, man. Just dig into it. And see, the nice thing about metal is that, unlike working with wood, if you cut too much off, you can weld some more back on. And that is the way you have to go about it. Because, like in the Datsun, I ended up having to make some patch panels because they didn't go far enough. So make a few patch panels. I extended one of them in one spot, extended it in the other spot. So yeah, I mean, get yourself the floor pans, go pick up a couple pieces of thin sheet metal just in case, and then you can make whatever you need. Because you might find that your floor pans don't extend far enough into the rusted areas and you'll have to cut more. But it's no big deal because you can literally weld whatever you need in there. You could cut the tunnel out by accident and weld a new one back in. What are you making it for? What kind of vehicle, Eric? Ah, Fiesta ST. Well, if you really, really like the car, then I would go stainless just because. You can get relatively inexpensive stainless and just do that. Because if you go with aluminized, you're going to have a hard time taking it. If you go mild steel, it'll be easy as hell to TIG, but any kind of moisture is going to make it rust. Any kind of moisture. Um, I would just go stainless. Go with a halfway decent grade of stainless. All right, guys, give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Hey, bud. Hey, bud. Ooh. Where are you at, Jason, that it's snowing? Maryland. Snowing in Maryland right now? Oh, yeah. Yeah, buying a car in the dark is never a good idea. Ooh, yuck. Yeah, you guys got a whole bunch of crap going on. Oh, another live welding video. That's a good question. Hopefully soon, when I have something that is worthy of welding live. My schedule's so all over the place yesterday. Tomorrow, I'm going to be doing some more work on the Prelude. Oh my God, 60 miles. I thought I was bad. I used to drive 40 miles one way. Which one's Cameron? Because this thing is about as stealth as a bullhorn. Yeah, that would be cool. That would definitely be cool. I don't know. I'm kind of holding off on doing some new projects. Like I have a lot of stuff in mind, but I want to wait to see what's going to happen with potentially moving to a new shop at some point soon. Oh my God, look, he lives. Oh, oh, he's tired. You know what? I don't like doing body work and I don't like doing floors and stuff like that. They drive me crazy. Oh my God, look, he's still tired. Bud, you just ended up in the exact same spot. Nah, I've tried the Jewel and it was pretty good, but I like the flavor that comes off of these. Yeah, that would be a cool project. Oh my God. That works. Well, it's not really the boonies. My dad lives down in North Carolina. Nice. Nice. Probably look like a jet fighter at that point with all that shit riveted to it. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I remember that now. It's tough with all these different names that go all back and forth between YouTube and email and everything else. But yeah, I look forward to doing that. That'll be cool. Thanks, James. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, go catch up on those. Pretty interesting. The motor came out, motor went back in. We built an exhaust for it, so it's looking good. Looking very good. All right, so I'm going to give you guys another 7 or 8 minutes here, and then I'm going to go try to build something cool. Something that I've been wanting to build for a while. Hopefully I still have the parts laying around and I didn't throw them out. Oh, very cool. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, it was definitely a rags to riches scenario with that car. That thing had been touched by some special individuals. Thanks, Brian. Appreciate it. Yeah, I want to build a little something that's going to help me with the welding. So I saw the welds and honestly couldn't stop laughing. Like, I'm not one to throw anybody under the bus, and I don't like doing that because I wouldn't like it being done to me. But it gets to a point where it was just like pure disregard for any type of anything. And it was just like, I mean, the welds on the motor mount didn't even penetrate into the metal below it. Like somebody literally took a ball of hot metal and just threw it at it, and that was it. So I mean, it was bad. My day is going good. My day is going very good. I haven't done shit today. So, I made a new intro for the videos. Made a new intro for the videos that I think you guys will like. It's pretty cool. So I did that. No, you know what? I've welded shit without a hood, and once you get the feel for it, you can do it pretty well. This I honestly think was a flux core welder, 110 volt, obviously, and just a complete like no understanding whatsoever of how metal works because it's bad. I mean, it's you guys haven't been able to see it like you've seen it in videos, but when you see it close up and you hold that chunk of weld in your hand, there's got to be a 3-pound spool of wire in there. I mean, literally, it's that heavy. But it was bad. It was really, it was like something that I was like, I don't even know if I want to show this because whoever did it, ah, I don't know. It was bad. And you know what's funny? You live in Hartford, Tennessee. I'm 20 minutes south of Hartford, Connecticut. Oh, cool. So you're in Waterbury, Wolcott area. You're only half an hour from me. Have a good night, sir. Pizza. That's like pizza with the poo. Jimmy will get the Jay-Z running soon. He's moving right along. He just got the Miata done, so you'll have to watch his next video to see what it made on the dyno. Um, and yeah, I don't know, maybe we'll do something cool on it. Pizza. That's what I'm gonna do next time. I'd like to order a small pizza. Give me the pizza, please. I need pizza. I need pizza for my mouse. I need to put a pizza in my mouse and eat the pizza is good. Sorry, guys, I was ordering a pizza. No. And where I am in Connecticut, pretty much everything shuts down. The only thing open is like McDonald's and Taco Bell late at night. Everything else closes like 10, 11 o'clock. All right, guys. Well, I am going to get out of here so that I can go possibly put something together. And if I do, I'll film it. I taught myself, actually. And most of the time, I went to Jody from weldingtipsandtricks.com. And that's where I got a good majority of my knowledge from was him. And then just practicing, buying welders and practicing. So, all right, guys, I got to get out of here. I'm going to go check to see if I have that stuff. Hopefully, we'll build something cool. If I build something cool, we'll have a video up later tonight, maybe, or tomorrow. And guys, thanks for stopping by. Thank you so much for subscribing, all of you. I really appreciate it. And I can't believe we're at 10,000. So Going to be super, super cool. So I will talk to you guys later. Have a wonderful evening, and you'll see me again soon. All right, guys.